Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are Tianjin Tofa Electro Power Technology Corporation Limited. And I didn't see you guys for almost 3 weeks. So in the Monday, Lisa just have a very excellent live streaming channel. And for now, it's Friday. It's me that I do a live streaming channel for you guys. So, for the past 2 months, I believe we have done a lot of live streaming shows about all type of product details and also some kind of like educational information. But now let's move on to our today's topic. That is guide anchor rods. And so for the guide anchor rods, it also one type of power line hardware. And our Tianjin Tofa, like TTF Power, we are a Chinese manufacturer of producing high quality power line hardware, pole line hardware. And I believe you have just do not forget us, I believe, because in the past whole month we're just too busy and we are not having enough time to do this live streaming. But now we're back. Please stay tuned for our channel power. So let's jump right into it. There are some internet can listen clearly what I'm talking about. So here now, let's have a brief introduction of guide anchor. So guide anchor rods are also known as guide wire anchor rods, or guide anchor. If you want to install guide wires to your overhead power line, you need to purchase guide anchors. The guide wire on the ground are connected by this power line hardware. Tensile strength is one of the most important properties of a strong guide anchor. It should be sturdy enough to withstand the tensional stress that guide exerts diagonally. The galvanized steel material is responsible for the guide anchor strength. The advantage of using steel for the guide anchor is that it does not easily give in to the external forces. It can withstand the tensional and physical stress applied by the guide wire. The galvanized coating protects the guide anchor from the elements. It ensures that the guide anchor's physical and structure is not harmed by factors such as like the outside weather, heat, or chemicals. In other words, it can use for such a long time, and you don't need to have to change it very frequently. And guide anchors are available in a variety of styles and sizes. When purchasing a guide anchor, you must first determine the exact length that would be appropriate for your purpose. The rod diameter of a guide anchor is another measurement element to be aware of. Guide anchors include circular holes of varying diameters. Furthermore, the number of holes on one guide anchor rod may differ from the number of holes on the other anchor rod. Some guide anchors have a top plate where the guide wire can be attached. You can also ask for solutions that are designed for specific requirements. So simply contact us if you just require additional information such as the price of the customized guide anchor. If you just have watched our live streaming show, you can just leave your comment in the below inbox, and I will or our employees will reply to you as soon as possible. So finally, let's dive into our today's basic information, like the content, that is complete guide to this product, the guide anchor rod. So let's look at this agenda. We can see here, if you can see it clearly, So the first one we have to talk about the definition of it. So what exactly is a guy anchor rod? Guy anchor rod, also known as a guy anchor bolt or foundation bolt, is a heavy-duty fastener that supports the guy wire or being placed in a concrete foundation. The guy wire that extends from the pole to the ground provides additional support to the pole in order for it to remain stable. And how was the guy wire held in place on the ground? This is where the anchor rod enters the picture. Given this critical job and installation location, anchor rod is naturally required to be robust enough to hold the entire load of the pole structures it is supporting. So I'm sorry I didn't have any finished products to show you guys what is Sky Anchor Rod. And I also cannot hold it because it's too long and too heavy. Maybe I cannot just show it here before the camera. But I have to see, you can see the thumbnail, like my, if you enter into this live streaming, you can see there's picture. It talk about what I'm going to talk about. And that picture you can see what is Sky Anchor Rod. And after talking about its definition, let's move into the second question, the applications and what applications do guy anchor rods have. So as we've seen, an anchor rod is an excellent concrete fastener. You will need an anchor rod if you want to put a guy wire on a pole or another structure. Anchor rods can be used for a variety of functions, including like a power pole line, the post or telephone system, the structured columns, stringing poles, and also the grates. And also, the anchor rods come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Among the common, there are cast-in-place anchor rods. So this is the most powerful anchor rod available because of its super strength. It is an excellent choice for heavy-duty applications. An embedded end pieces, which is used as a shear connector in embed or compensate structures, distinguish cast-in-place anchor rod. This anchor rod strength allows to be utilized or for anchoring components onto concrete floors or building structures, particularly for permanent fixtures and structures, in addition to pole lines. The other one is post-installed anchor rod. So the first one is cast-in-place anchor rod, and the second one is post-installed anchor rod. As this name implies, after you've installed all of the necessary components, you can install these anchor rods. The rod can be installed on any concrete structure as long as a hole has already been drilled. This anchor rod has a distinctive characteristic that can be noticed both before and after installation and maintenance. Okay, so here let's move into our third topic, the guidelines for using anchor rods effectively, which is also as I write in here, usage guidelines. When is it appropriate to remark that an anchor rod is effective? This is true when the rod can securely hold a guy wire into the foundation to support the pole line. Here are a few crucial aspects like to take into consider into to get the product, the guy anchor rod you want. So mechanical expansion anchors. This manner of operation is depend on the friction force. It remembers that a friction force transfer generates an expansion force to interlock with the anchor rod. Displacement controlled mechanical anchors and torque controlled anchors are two types of anchors that govern the exchange of forces undercut anchors. This technique is based on the fact that the force applied to the interlock is greatly influenced by its mechanical interlock. A contact surface is generated between the wall of the hose and the anchor head during the drilling process. As a result of the bearing tension being exchanged, the anchor rod becomes more effective. Screw anchors. This mechanism employed will be determined by the pressure applied between the concrete band and the screw pitches. Bonded anchor. When the bonded tension is comprised of organic material, this technique typically functions properly. Threaded rods and trapped bars tend to act as adhesive anchors for the fastener in this case. Last one, powder actuated anchor. This anchor rod mechanism works by transferring force through mechanical interlocks. It's a frequent link between steel. Um, so let's move into this fourth one. Is specifications of the anchor rods. When you want to buy the guy anchors, and you definitely have to know about the product details, and the specification is one thing that you cannot be ignored. So anchor rods for guy wear are available in a variety of weights. The weight of the rod you select will be determined by the application. Quality anchor rods, by definition, are heavy enough to hold the weight of the guy wear. What you should know. So here I will talk about one by one. The first one you have to look into in the specification is the tensile strength. The physical strength of the anchor rod of the guy wear is determined by its tensile strength. The rod's high tensile strength implies it can withstand a lot of pressure. I'm sorry, I just kind of thirsty, so I'm just have a little water. Sorry. I'm sorry for that. I just kept talking for almost 30 minutes, so I just want to drink some water. After the tensile strength, that will be the hardness. The hardness of anchor rod impacts how well it can perform its functions. The next one, dimension. Anchor rods are available in a variety of sizes. You must double check information such as length and diameter. Among other things, the size you select will be determined by the nature of your application, quality standards, and conformity. So this part is basically what kind of standard like use or take in this production process of this guy anchor rods. That is, we definitely. It's kept talk to me that my internet connection have some problems. So I just wonder if I have to stop here. Maybe I think there are some problems and I'm kind of confused. Um, how about I ask for my colleagues to ask them if they can see my live streaming show? So it's kind of weird. Uh, should I just kept or stop here? Um, so there are also a lot of things, like there are two parts I didn't talk about, but I think so. Let's stop here.